it's a monumentous occasion today because we get to break through this stone wall that divides the house where I live with the land next door. So this wall is rendered with cement on this side, and I intend to cut 2 straight lines and then work from the other side to remove all the stones. So without further ado, let's get stuck into it. Once again, even though there is a primitive mortar of mud and straw, these smaller stones have locked the larger rocks into place, and this wall has stood the test of time for a century or more. I often think of those that built these walls many years ago. Painstaking work. And it must have been back-breaking work. This sandstone is incredibly heavy. This wall itself is really precarious. This entire corner has just slipped away, so you really do have to have your wits about you. But of course, this will be rebuilt using modern mortar to strengthen the whole thing. I'm through to that cement render on the other side, but I'll break through when I go back around. So I think it's time now to break through from the other side. So, as I said before, this is a monumentous day for here, joining these 2 properties. Tearing down the Berlin Wall. Oh, that really was an emotional moment, tearing down this wall and joining the 2 properties. But there is still so much work to do. I need to clear all of this debris out of the way, make this wall safe, and then create some temporary steps, because these two properties are on different levels. So I'll have a well-earned cup of coffee and then crack on. Oh, a sudden freak hailstorm sent me running inside the cover, and it has turned the job site into an absolute quagmire. But I have around 5 or 10 minutes left to form this opening, and I'll be going back inside for a hot cup of coffee. The last of these colossal rocks. It really is incredibly sticky underfoot. If you're undertaking a project of this magnitude, then it is important to set yourself daily goals. My goal was to break through this wall, and I'll be able to tick that off a very long list indeed. There are further storms forecast within the next few hours, so it is very important to know just when to call it a day. But I'm very pleased. And now, a hot cup of coffee. And work on this derelict property in Western Cyprus continues. It has rained heavily for the past few days, so the land is absolutely saturated. I have on my Wellington boots and my rather unflattering waterproof trousers, but I've set myself the task of dismantling this section of stone wall here, and of course stacking that precious material to one side. So hopefully I'll get this done before we get another heavy shower. It only takes a couple of taps with this heavy hammer to loosen those rocks. And once again, there is just mud and straw holding these together. Although the stone is heavy, it should be relatively easy. Just a wiggle is enough to loosen these rocks. Wow. Boy, are they heavy. Although the construction methods many decades ago were primitive, once again this wall has stood for more than a century. So hats off to those early builders. The entire mountain village of Drusha is constructed with this local stone, and it really is quite beautiful. Well, with every step that I take through this quagmire, my Wellington boots are growing heavier and heavier. Behind this wall there is between between 10 to 15 tons of accumulated debris and rubbish that has built up over many decades. And of course, beneath it is a valuable piece of land. So all of this rubbish will have to be removed. Now, the entrance to this courtyard is just these small set of wooden doors. But there is a very nice man who I've just met in the village, and he has a small enough machine. It's called a bobcat, and it's just under 2 meters high, which is perfect to drive through this entrance. And maybe in a week or so's time, he's going to come along and remove all of this so that we have a lot more space to move around. Well, there are 1 or 2 rocks left on this stone wall, and I'm ever so thankful because I now have several pounds of clay clogged to my Wellington boots, and they are weighing me down considerably. So let's get this done. Well, tomorrow morning, the mini digger, the bobcat, is coming to clear a lot of rubbish from this site, but I have to lower the existing threshold to allow his machine to get through this doorway. So all of this old stonework, soil, and this thin layer of concrete will have to be broken up, ready for his arrival in the morning. So another exciting day tomorrow.